Any time you're trying to be effective in this league over a period of time, you've got to be getting most of your offense inside, as certainly the Celtics have demonstrated over the years. If your guards, in this case Smith and Theus, are leading the team in shooting, you've got a little bit of a problem.
Air ball by Klein. Bird picks it out of midair. Klein, 2 years ago when the Celtics played here, had himself an all-star type game.
He's a good hard worker, but he just, I don't think he can sustain a starting center position in this league. But given the options, Russell has to go with it.
Ainge on the fall away over Smith gives the Celtics a quick 2-0 lead. This is Reggie Theus, who's averaging 23 points and 7 assists per game, and Smith, the #1 pick from North Carolina. Theus getting it in low to Otis Thorpe. Back outside Smith. No. Rebound deep to Ainge at the foul line, and the Celtics push it up. When the Celtics played here last year, they took this large and very noisy crowd out of the game early by jumping into a big early lead. Theus in the middle of a fast break. They slow it up. Now Presley, who played at Villanova, and they get it low to Thorpe. The baseline turnaround for Otis Thorpe.
Thorpe is shooting for an extremely good percentage, given the fact that he doesn't get that many shots in real close. He's shooting it at almost 54%.
Parrish goes over Otis Thorpe to give the Celtics a 4-2 lead. We played a minute and a half in the first quarter. Thorpe is a big man. He's 6'11", 236.
This team will push it at the Celtics all night long. Last night we saw a ball control team trying to keep the score down and shorten the game. And that's what enabled the Celtics. Long pass by Parrish.
Bird traveled with it. Too bad, as he turned it into a heck of a play. Yeah, it was a good call.
Yeah, it allowed the Celtics to play badly and stay in the game. The fact that Gene Shue's strategy was to control the tempo and play slow down. Tonight, however, that's not going to be the case. Russ wants the transition game. He'll run at the Celtics, so they can't afford the luxury of not playing well. On the other hand, the up-tempo should work in their favor.
DJ missing the jump shot. It comes out to Smith, and now they fast break it again in earnest, and Theus from the baseline gives Sacramento a 6-4 lead.
Theus is a streak shooter. If he hits 1 or 2, you better find him quickly. The DJ matchup should be a good one, but that's predicated on how hard the defensive end works on it.
Jumping in the middle was Pressey, and Ainge on the re-steal. The Celtics have a 4-on-2 right now. McHale lays it in, count the hoop, and he's fouled.
Good job. Bird winding up for the three-pointer, faked it, and caught McHale flashing to the basket. Let's take a look at it.
McHale on the receiving end of the pass. And that gives the Celtics, ties us the game at 6-6. McHale missing the free throw. So it remains at 6-6. And Smith, who as a rookie is averaging 15 points a game along with 7.5 assists. Pretty good numbers for the rookie guard. Theus on the miss, McHale the rebound. The Celtics not allowing the Kings so far any second shot opportunities. Parrish being guarded by Thorpe, and Robert tried to wheel on him with his call for traveling.
A little off balance when he caught that pass. The pass led him away from the pressure, but it also threw him, as I say, a little off balance. He tried to make the move simultaneously and took the steps. 9
minutes to play first quarter. We're tied at 6-6. The Celtics in the opening minutes here, Kuz, appear to be playing with a lot more intensity than they were last night in the opening. Matter of fact, last night they didn't play with intensity until the fourth quarter. Ball is going to be ruled off Kevin McHale. So they try again that quick release. The Celtics turn it over for the 4th time in the game.
They like to do that. They like to hit a team immediately after they score. They feel most teams in the league get back slowly, and they try to take advantage of that. When you've got a good passing big man like Bird or even Robert can make that play. A lot of times you'll pick up those easy hits.
McHale on the miss. Presley ahead to Thorpe. In the middle of Theus. Won't go for him. Bird the rebound. End-to-end action. Pull up by DJ. No. Rebound by Klein.
Should have laid it down. He had Ainge in the left lane coming in fast. I think it would have created a layup.
And another miss at the other end, and the Celtics again sweep away the rebound. 8-6. The Kings are leading. Ainge ties it.
Celtics not shooting particularly well, but fortunately neither is Sacramento. But it's not going to be a low-scoring game. Both teams running at each other.
So we're dead even at 8-8 with just under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. Our next game will be Wednesday night from Seattle against the tough Supersonics of Bernie Bickerstaff. 10:30 is airtime on that game. Bird off the block shot. Celtics are 3-on-2. Great play by Bird.
Beautiful. Just looked off the defensive man to the right lane. That opened up McHale's cut, and then waited just long enough to let McHale get in position. Nice job.
Theus picked up by Parrish on the switch, and Theus goes up top over Robert Parrish for 2. We're tied again at 10-10.
You know, Theus is their scorer. Outside, certainly. They really can focus their defense on him wherever they have to. I would gamble on Kenny Smith. And then inside, focus on Thorpe. They're the two guys who can keep Sacramento in the game.
Parrish after the uptake. Little rainbow jumper doesn't fall for him. Klein the rebound. Smith ahead to Theus. An easy 2.
Ames gambled on a steal, paid the price. Theus with 8 points.
A 12-10 Sacramento lead. DJ trying to get it to McHale. Instead takes it to the basket, but is stripped. Ainge on the steal. He guarded the outlet area, got the steal and the three-pointer.
Yes.
Good alert play defensively by Ainge, and he ends up with a three-point hoop. His 41st three-point basket of the season. In contrast, the Sacramento Kings have only attempted 80 all year, and Ainge already has made 43.
Nice move, 360 by Reggie. 10 points now, and again, Celtics, you know, are not giving DJ any help on him, and DJ is finding him kind of late. As we've said so often on these telecasts, the worst thing you can do in this league is to let a shooter develop a hot hand early. It makes your job tougher all game long.
Theus with 10 of Sacramento's 14 points. Bird. Oh, I tell you what. Nate Presley's lunch and Twinkies that time. Johnson trying to go for the steal, commits a foul at the other end. Timeout on the floor here in Sacramento. 5:43 left to play first quarter. The Celtics lead it by a point. First quarter stats so far, the Celtics are shooting at 7 of 12, 58%. The Kings 7 of 15, 46%. 8-6 the Celtics in the rebounding edge. 4-2 Boston with double the turnovers of the Sacramento Kings here early in the first quarter.
It's fans of offensive basketball.
This might be a night.
You're going to just see a display tonight. It's not going to be dominated by the defense, and we'll get you to bed early because there aren't going to be many fouls called.
Okay, why
That'll be a quick one.
Why do you think there aren't going to be many fouls called?
Because it's run and gun. The teams, you know, it could change, but right now they're not digging in. They're sufficing with simply trying to shoot each other out of here.
Bird. Now Ainge from the inside-out offense. No. Weak side rebound to Klein. Up court. Ainge almost got a hand on it. Presley. Kenny Smith for the Kings. And here's Klein. I would normally let him shoot that all night long.
I'd let him shoot anything all night long.
This is 3-on-2. DJ.
Might be able to let him dunk it all night long. I think he'd get steal. Doesn't look very good releasing that ball on any of the 3 shots that he's attempted.
17-14, the Celtics are leading. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play first quarter. Theus takes the baseline route. Johnson reached in and is called for the personal foul. That is the Celtics' second team foul, the second on Dennis Johnson as we take a look at it again.
DJ does this poke check move or whatever we'd like to call it about as effectively as anyone in the league, but you've got to be careful not to go to it too often. It's really the lazy way to play defense. When you're beaten, go to it, but don't do it by design necessarily.
Theus is doubled, and now Smith. Thorpe has gone out. He's been replaced by LaSalle Thompson, who is a very big man. 6'10", 253 pounds, LaSalle Thompson.
Good rebounder. By the way, Presley's not a shooter, as you noticed, and
he can steal it, though.
But he's a fine defensive player, as he just proved to you there.
Tell you what, that was a nice play.
Absolutely. Just strip Bird. Bird put it in his face the way he likes to do, but the kid surprised him with his quickness. Just took it away and then finished the playoff nicely on the other end.
In and out for Ainge. And Klein with another rebound. He's got a half dozen rebounds here early.
Celtics, not exploiting their inside game against a team that would have difficulty matching up against them inside.
Parrish, whoa, did he get up there for that one? Wow. 3.5 minutes left. First quarter. Bird baseline. 2 more for Larry Bird. That's the second hoop of the first quarter for Bird. He's also got 5 rebounds here in the opening quarter. 19-16 Celtics lead. 3.5 minutes left in the first. The only substitution so far, LaSalle Thompson. That's the man with the ball right now. In and out. Parrish another rebound. Robert has 5 rebounds here in the first quarter.
Again, Sacramento demonstrating they simply do not have the inside weapons, to compete against the better teams, and that doesn't reflect itself necessarily in the shooting percentages, but evidently, they just don't have the big guys who can create opportunities for themselves other than Thorpe.
And they're getting 5 extra free throws a game than their opponents. There's the foul on McHale.
Well, there's Thompson. You only play these teams once or twice a year. Thompson hasn't seen McHale's moves for a while because he completely overreacted to that fake by Kevin.
Kevin has been shooting his free throws at a very strong 83%. Has missed 2 so far tonight in 2 attempts. He'll get 1 more.
He missed a couple last night, too.
Yeah. Gets that one to drop, and it's a 20-16 lead for the Celtics. 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Now, this is Mike McGee, who's checked in for the Kings. They got him in a trade a couple of weeks ago for a pair of second-round picks from Atlanta, and he has played very well out here.
That's the shot Smith has to hit if he's going to be an effective point guard. He missed the first couple, but the last 2 he's knocked right down.
Mike McGee has already had a 30-point game. Bird for 3. For Larry Bird, his 19th three-point hoop of the season. He had 3 last night.
That's what McGee's in there for. Very effective three-point shooter.
Presley cut off the pass. Celtics lead 23-18. And whistle and foul on Kevin McHale of the Celtics. And a timeout has been taken by the Celtics. 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining here in the first quarter in Sacramento, California, where the Celtics have built up a 5-point lead, 23-18. Go. Tune into the news at 10 every Monday and Wednesday night for Howie Carr and commentary with a bite right here on WLVI TV. Well, Coos, 2:21 left in the quarter. Celtics lead by 5. Your thoughts so far?
Well, it's an offensive dominated game up to now. Neither team has been digging in. This should, as we said earlier, on one hand play into the hands of the Celtics simply because they have much more firepower, as they've already demonstrated, although they've been careless with turnovers so far. On the other hand, if Sacramento gets on a roll, gets a little momentum going, with this kind of crowd helping them, why, then, of course, it could work against the Celtics.
Thompson missing both free throws, and it's going to be Celtics ball. Sal Thompson, normally a 71% free throw shooter, but he clanked the 2 of those. Celtics are still shooting very well, 10 of 17. That's 58, almost 59%. Kings have dropped off to 40%. Seestein has checked in, replacing Johnson. Ainge outside, no. Celtics not even looking inside.
No, they haven't paid any attention. They've gone into McHale once or twice, and that was about it. They didn't get it in at all, Robert.
Traveling on Otis Thorpe. Had a few changes. So let's reset the clubs here for you now. It is Smith and McGee at the guards for the Kings, with LaSalle Thompson at center, Thorpe and Presley at the forwards. Celtics have Ainge and Seestein at the guards, Akers at center, McHale and Bird at the forward positions. Akers looked inside for Bird, couldn't find him now. Presley. Larry backs him in. Oh, little different twist to number 33's repertoire. A jump spinning hook.
That's got to be a little devastating. Nice move by Thorpe.
He has potential to be such a powerful player.
Defensively devastating for a rookie like Presley, trying as hard as he can to do a job on Bird. He did everything positive that time, and Bird still made the difficult shot.
Akers tried to wheel inside, but he is called for the turnover, and it'll be Kings ball with 1:09 to go. Here it is.
Yeah, that's. I think I agree with Casey.
Yeah.
Casey was up, screaming at Earl Storm, saying that's not walking. And,
it wasn't.
It looked like the normal pivot into the paint.
Down inside, a minute to play in the first quarter. Otis Thorpe backs into the lane. Now is stripped by Bird. Larry pushing it back up for the Celtics. It's such a plus to have a big man like Bird who can handle the ball the way he does. Isn't it, Coos? You know, take it off the board and push it up the floor himself.
Celtics continue to demonstrate a complete lack of patience on offense, and that again could work against them, against the team that is scoring 110 points a game.
Nice. Kenny Smith hits the shot to make it 25-22 with 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Ainge trying to go to Bird on Presley. Larry wheels in on him. Ball is swatted away. Count the hoop. Terrible mistake there by LaSalle Thompson, Coos, because that ball was well on the downward path. The whistle had blown for a foul. He didn't even know whether that thing was going to be allowed to count or not.
Not only that, but it was obvious it was not going to go in.
No.
Here it is. Bird steps through the trap. That could have been a walk as well. Yeah, it doesn't show it on replay. On replay, it looked like he had a pop it going in, but it didn't seem that way in live action. 3-point
play for Larry Bird. And with 17 seconds to play here in the first quarter, the Celtics lead at 28-22. Bird now with 12 first quarter points. Presley, as Theus is checked back in as well. Presley's jump shot missed badly. Seestein can't get a shot away, and the Celtics have a very strong offensive first quarter after one here in Sacramento, California, in the land of the onions. It is the Celtics 28 and the Kings 22. Celtics lead at 28-22 as we get set to start the second quarter. Steve Andrato is one of our cameramen out here. Is originally from New England. He wants to wish a happy new year and happy holiday season to the Andrato family in Beverly, Massachusetts. For the Celtics, a totally second unit 5 will start the second quarter. Minifield and Seestein at the guards. Akers at center. Roberts and Day are the forwards. For the Kings, they've got McGee and Theus at the guards, with LaSalle Thompson at center. Ed Pinckney and Otis Thorpe are the forwards. Oh, the Kings have 2 starters out there. The Celtics have none.
Casey starting to develop more and more confidence, it seems, in this second unit. You notice going to them in total as opposed to one at a time. They got the job done in Philadelphia not too long ago.
Seestein is really in a nice shooting groove over the last couple of weeks.
Like all his life.
Well, the last few weeks he's really been on a roll.
He's ever had a
Theus ran into trouble. A couple of up fakes. Good defense by the Celtics. Good team defense. And Dirk Minifield pushes it up for the Celts. Tried to kick it off to Day, but the steal. And Theus jams it.
14 points for Theus now. And the Celtics continue to just be careless with their passing. Sacramento is exploiting it.
Theus getting it to Seestein. Now Fred Roberts on the whirl on Otis Thorpe. Fred gets the 2, and the Celtics again lead by 8, 32-24. This is McGee, who we mentioned has already had a 30-point game this season with these Kings.
3-point shoot, and he'll be more effective here in Sacramento than he was in L.A. or Atlanta with his 3-point shot.
Well, they got him mainly for that, and he's come through for them.
Yeah, when you're playing with a good team, the defense focuses more on you than when if you're playing with a weaker team.
That was a good job by Roberts, who faked the jump shot and then took it right into the paint, and the blocking foul is called on LaSalle Thompson.
There it is. He gets him off his feet, blows by him, picks up some pressure underneath as they close in the paint.
Fred Roberts to shoot 2. Fred is at 76% at the foul line so far this season, averaging just under 9 points a game. Drills the first one, and it's a 7-point Celtics lead with 10:20 to go in the first half. One more free throw for Fred Roberts. That one doesn't drop for him, and LaSalle Thompson with a rebound. Theus up court. He's a big guard, 6'7". Now, does he have problems with a guy like Seestein because of his quickness?
Anyone would, despite the fact that he's giving it away. Give it to Seestein.
Jerry has it blocked by Ed Pinckney, but he got a piece of Jerry Seasteen as well. Hey, that's a gutsy drive because Seasteen knew he was going to pay the price. As
Jerry should have just laid it behind. Watch. See, he looked and thought about it for a moment.
Yep.
See, he had Day coming in on the trailer. It would have produced an easy shot, but the way Seasteen shoots him from the line, why, it should result in 2 anyway.
2 shots coming for Jerry Seasteen. Kenny Smith is back into the game for the Kings because he has replaced LaSalle Thompson, which means that the Kings are essentially going with a 3-guard lineup. Smith, Theus, and Mike McGee. Very small team they've got out there now. As Presley comes back, it could be a 4
lineup, because Presley's a swing man, and I think his position is strong guard rather than small forward. He doesn't shoot well enough to sustain the small forward position. Let's look for some tapping and extended defenses then with the small unit in.
All right, the Kings trail by 9. This is the Celtics' biggest lead of the game so far. And the weak side rebound to Fred Roberts. And the Celtics
running much better with this unit.
They're going to call Mark again.
Yeah, that time it was a walk. Akers just too anxious to get the job done and moving those feet.
The Celtics, Coos, are not allowing the Kings any second shots in this one. But what is even more impressive is the way they're getting the ball in the outlet man very quickly.
And statistically, this team matches up rebounding-wise pretty well with the Celtics.
Yeah.
So, yes, they're doing a good job on the boards. Getting it down floor, but they're turning it over a bit too much.
The first team foul on the Celtics. It goes against Fred Roberts. They swing it back outside to Kenny Smith. He misses. Seasteen in the middle. Celtics push it ahead quickly to Darren Day, but is stripped by Mike McGee.
Good hands by McGee.
Nice play. To Otis Thorpe. McGee can do that on you. He's got quick hands. Also rebounds well for a guard.
Oh, did they exploit that backdoor move? McGee had been denying. Good fake for you kids out there. Anytime you're passing to a man under pressure, fake once before you let it go. Let the defensive man commit themselves as they let McGee do that time. Just released Day to the basket beautifully.
Foul on Mark Akers. Take another look at this hoop by, there it is. No, this is the foul. I'm sorry. All right, the foul went to Akers. Right now, it is Theus lobbing it to McGee. Presley crashed into Akers, and Mark is going to be called for a foul. I think Mark is paying the price for being a rookie, Coos.
Well, we talked about that to him a little earlier when we interviewed him, and he seemed to agree, although he's an awfully aggressive player. So,
yeah,
combination of the two, you know, he is going to pick up fouls. Steal.
Ahead to Akers. The Celtics all alone on this one, and Mark jams it home. And the Celtics have a double-figure lead for the first time in the game, 39-28. And now the Celtics put on a little pressure in the backcourt on the Kings.
Yeah, the Celtics have pretty good quickness, too, so they can exploit the fact that the Kings don't handle the ball very well with this unit. Thorpe muscles his way up.
Otis averaging at 22 points a game, along with 10 rebounds. Minifield, and now Seasteen. Celtics lead by 9. Day is fouled by Mike McGee. The third team foul on the Sacramento Kings. And that puts both teams at 3. It's a possession foul. Robert Parrish checks in, replacing Mark Akers.
Anytime a player joins the team, you're going to find him more aggressive than he will be once he wins his position. McGee all over the man, trying to impress the coach.
Minifield rebounds his own missed shot. Now the Celtics will restart it with a fresh 24 seconds. Minifield had a nice game the other night against Philadelphia at Philly. Seasteen off the pick from the foul line. No. Rebound McGee. Scoops it to Presley, ahead to Thorpe. And he went right up over Robert Parrish to bank in that jumper.
Another good job by Thorpe. He read who the defensive man was. He muscled the last time when he felt he could overpower the opposition. That time he saw Robert and backed off and took his little backboard jumper.
They've taken a 20-second timeout. You're watching the Celtics on the Boston Celtics television network.
And this team is going to blow out just about anyone that comes in. But on the road, you don't have the kind of control over this kind of up-tempo that you'd like to have, number one, And the momentum can change so quickly, you know, that you can blow 10 or 11 points very quickly. I don't know. I think the Celtics should, as I say, should continue to run with them, but selectively and go inside more and try to control that offense just a little bit more, and the tempo of the game as well.
Roberts coming up short on the jumper. Bird is back in replacing Day. Klein is back in for the Kings. And it's an unusual outside shot, meaning that he doesn't usually hit them.
Not an artistic success, but counts for 2.
Parrish lost his man and laid it in. Klein got his feet all tangled up and hit the deck. Robert pushes the Celtics lead back to 7 points. Now let's reset the Celtics. Seastein and Minifield at the guards, Parrish at center, Roberts and Bird the forwards. The Kings, Theus and McGee the guards, with Presley, Klein, and Thorpe up front. Theus, one-man gang on that one.
Bigger and stronger than Seastein. Just worked him in and jumped over him, as DJ likes to do so often.
Seastein, now Bird. McHale getting set to check in for the Celtics shortly. Parrish gets it back to Minifield. Bird, turnaround, floats it home. Well, I don't think Larry missed a shot in this game. I think he missed 1.
He's got 14.
Averaging up now at 27.8 points per game for Larry Bird. Theus with Minifield on him. Now Thorpe. Theus starts to go, play a little game with Thorpe. Missed the shot. Klein the offensive bound.
Good job. He's a big guy. I'll tell you, works hard at it. As we said, he's not pretty. In fact, a little ugly, but he gets the job done.
He's 7 feet tall and he weighs 271 pounds.
We heard he had a little disagreement with the coach not too long ago. Russ better be a little more selective about
going to get an offensive foul.
With.
Offensive foul and Jerry Seastein. And there's a timeout taken by the Sacramento Kings. So we have 5:35 to play in the first half. The Celtics lead has been chopped to 5 points. 43-38 Boston. This reminder tonight on Point of View, host Judy Jarvis will be speaking with presidential hopeful Jack Kemp tonight at midnight here on WLVI TV. Well, the first unit is back in for the Celtics, and Coos, the second unit had built the lead up to 11 points while the 5 of them were in there. Now it's dropped back to a 5-point lead, but they certainly, again, did their job, which is not to lose the lead. Impossible build on it.
They worked at it a bit more aggressively defensively, and they looked inside with a little more consistency than the first unit had.
Mike McGee lays it in, and suddenly the Sacramento Kings are within 3 points.
I'll tell you, there's no hesitancy as far as Mike McGee's offense is concerned. He's a veteran player who knows what he's in there for, so if you're looking for him to be a little apprehensive or tentative, don't. I mean, find him in a hurry and expect him to shoot when he gets it.
Bird does not get the shooter's touch that time. Joe Klein muscled the rebound. Klein now with 8 rebounds here in the first half. Thorpe, the turnaround. Klein did not tip it in, and Bird had the rebound.
But he should have.
DJ all the way. Now Parrish. Rainbow, 2. Klein just flat-footed.
Yeah, they somehow let Klein sneak in there. I don't. It's hard to miss him. He's going to probably.
He doesn't tip till by anybody, does he? Reggie Theus on a runner, and McHale the rebound. And the outlet comes to Ainge and to Johnson, who tried to fastball to Ainge. That was a heck of a play by McGee.
He wound up. It didn't call for a wind-up. It called for a catch and let go. Just the split second it took him to wind up on the pass allowed the defense enough time to get in there.
Celtics lead by 5. McGee with Ainge on him tight. And they're running low on the shot clock down to 4. Thorpe in the lane, off the glass.
Boy, I'll tell you, I haven't seen Thorpe in a while.
I love him.
He's always shot it well, but he's learned to use his body to shield off the defensive man. In this case, a bigger and stronger one in McHale. Extremely well. He's really creating some good offense.
McHale can't get the move going. 3-second violation against the Celtics.
Celtics continue to not quite take the opposition seriously. You know, they're just not patient enough offensively. As I say, they continue to go inside inconsistently, take the first shot that shows, and they're careless on their ball handling.
The runner by McGee. We're going to get a foul on the Celtics on Larry Bird, and that puts the Celtics over the limit anyway. Was fouled in the act of shooting, so McGee will shoot too. And I really like Otis Thorpe as a player. Look at those turnovers, because 14-7. Celtics 14 in the first half.
Well, this reflects, it sounds like we're getting on their case because meanwhile they still got the lead.
Yeah, but 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, and they've turned it over 14 times. That's a lot of turnover. And this team, Sacramento, 21 a game. They lead the league, and they've only turned it over 7 times. I was going to say, I really like Otis Thorpe as a player and as a young man. I go back a long way with him. He was playing for Providence College when I did their game several years ago, and I remember him right from his freshman year. And he has really, really come a long way. Has a lot of talent. Robert trying to move in on Thorpe, loses the ball. DJ picks it up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 4. Dennis squeezes it off. Doesn't get it. Jump ball. No. Going to get a loose ball foul on Dennis Johnson.
Well, I'll tell you, Sacramento in the last few minutes have just upped their defensive level considerably, and they're taking the Celtics out of what's remaining of their offense. Their offense simply has gone individual. They've taken them out of their continuity and their motion, and they're basically taking the first shot that shows, and it's generally not a good one.
75% free throw shooter Otis Thorpe taking 2. 45-44 with 3 minutes left in the first half, and Otis has 1 more. Dennis Johnson is sat down with 3 personal fouls. Rebound Robert Parrish, and Jerry Seasteen has replaced him. Celtics lead by 1.
Celtics continue to play this way. Unlike last night, they won't come out of here with a win.
They have a whistle, and a foul has been called by Earl Strom. This one is on Joe Klein. 2:53 left to play in the first half. Got the Celtics up by 1 as you look at Bill Russell, head coach, Sacramento Kings. Bill Russell with his assistant coach, Willis Reed. A couple of former great NBA centers. Bird low, over Presley. 2 again for Larry Bird, soft as a snowflake. 16 for Bird, and a 47-44 3-point Celtics lead.
The problem is, if the only time they go inside is coming out of a timeout, they're going to be over the limit in a hurry.
Good point, mon ami. Foul on Seasting, and Theus will go to the line. Unusual that Hugh Hollins is refereeing this game tonight. We had him last night in L.A.
There's Theus, as he's done once or twice before, overpowering the smaller Jerry Seasting.
Reggie Theus at the line to shoot a couple, averaging 23 points a game, 7 assists, shooting his free throws, as you see, at 83%. But he hits the back of the iron in that one. The Kings have missed more than a couple of foul shots tonight. They are 2 of 7. Good grief, 3 of 8.
Well, the multitude of New Jersey Nets fans out there tonight.
Yeah,
they can't go with another win. 101-83 over Cleveland.
Well, they should have. They scored 75 points last night. Unbelievable. Seasteen is left open. No. Rebound Klein. Kings can tie it on this trip down with 2:15 to go. Presley with a loose ball. Now Theus. Thorpe inside. Klein. I don't know, Coos.
Well, he's quieted the crowd. They've gone from jeers to cheers in a hurry for Joe Klein.
We're tied at 47. McHale, who has not really been able to work on his inside game much tonight. Now Ames, Bird, Parrish looking for position low. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. And this one will go against the Sacramento Kings, Otis Thorpe. That puts the Kings over the limit and will put Robert Parrish at the foul line for the Celtics.
Sacramento has really done a nice job defensively in the last 5 or 6 minutes. They've denied the cutting lanes, as they were trying to do that time, a little too aggressively, and sending Robert to the line. The point is, the effort's got to be made. If you allow, especially the Celtics who run that motion offense so effectively, if you allow them to go and flash to the positions they want without opposition, why, they're going to establish a lot of good shots for themselves.
Parrish gets one of the 2 for the Celtics. Well, one would expect, I guess, a Bill Russell coach team to be a good defensive team, or at least an aggressive defensive team. And if they have the ability to be good defensive players. Klein, he's killing him, Goose. Guy with no offense. averaging 7 points a game, is already over that. He's got 8 right now.
Overachiever.
And that gives the Kings their first lead since the first quarter by 1. Parrish low is doubled up. He's in trouble, and he is traveling with it.
Celtics just not paying attention to business, you know. That time Robert caught the trap. He knew he had 2 people on him. Probably should have looked for the free man. They're not giving it the attention it requires.
They
got lucky last night. They won't get lucky tonight unless they turn it around in the second half.
That's 15 turnovers on the Celtics. Klein the rebound. Now, Joe Klein with 10 points in the first half. And the Kings lead by 3. And the applause meter here in this very loud building hits the very top. Crowd booing because Ainge was trying to swat McGee's hand away. Bird wheels on Presley. Get the hoop, count it, and Bird will go to the line.
Good job by Bird of quieting that applause meter just a bit. That was needed.
He likes to do that.
It's got to become contagious, absolutely. But 5 guys are got to be doing it. See, when they get into trouble, they go inside. Bird, with a nice individual move, just rolls around Presley, who's saying, hey, he used his elbow. That's part of the facts of life in the NBA. Everyone uses elbows.
19 points for Larry Bird, and the Celtics have tied it at 51 with 35 seconds to go in the first half. Now down to 34. The Kings take a 20-second timeout. And with a 20-second timeout, we'll tell you. You're watching the Boston Celtics on the Celtics Television Network.
The one, the only, the original Clouseau. Peter Sellers stars in The Pink Panther, a holiday movie special. Monday night at 6 on WLVI TV.
Earlier in this quarter, the Celtics had built an 11-point lead at 39-28. And they had built that lead with the second unit on the floor of Minifield, Seestein, Akers, Robertson, Day. As they started to come out, first 2 individual substitutions, and then the other 3 starters went back in. That lead dwindled from 11. Now it is a tie ball game. So the bench did its job, but the starters have not done theirs in terms of the way the ball game has gone so far. A lot of turnovers for the Celtics, 15 here in the first half. Mike McGee kicks it off to Thorpe underneath, who lays it in.
Really creating some nice offense for themselves inside now. We said in the first quarter they weren't getting anything inside at all, primarily 2 guards, or the 1 guard in terms of Reggie Theus, but that's changed now. Sacramento's been much more effective taking it inside.
Down to 8 seconds to play in the half. Bird goes around, no, rebound smacked around. McGee has it. The Kings will lead at the half, and at the end of the first half of play, they're enjoying it here in Sacramento. It is the Kings 53 and the Celtics 51. When we come back, Joe Shortsleeve will be with you with a Channel 56 news update. Stay tuned. Bill Santos and Bob Cousy back at the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, where the Celtics will inbounds for the third quarter. Johnson, Ainge, Parrish, Bird, and McHale for the Celtics. The Celtics did not go inside all that often in the first half, and we have an immediate foul called on Otis Thorpe for pushing off on Robert Parrish. That'll be the second personal foul on Thorpe in the game, the first in the third quarter on the Kings. The Kings have Smith and Theus at the guards, with Klein, Presley outside. Bird hits it. Klein, Presley, and Thorpe up front. Larry ties the game at 53 apiece, and Larry now has 21 points.
Smith ended up on Bird on a cross pick. Bird immediately sensed it and just took a little jumper over.
Ainge, good defensive play. In the middle to Dennis Johnson, ahead to McHale. Kevin filling the lane and hitting.
Yes, good job on that denied D by Danny Ainge. They just need a few minutes of that, and they could blow this thing open, because Sacramento is vulnerable to any kind of aggressive denied defense.
They double up now. Thorpe gets it low and gets the hoop. Thorpe is very strong.
Again, Theus running that pick and roll play with Thorpe very effectively. He's done it about 3 times and created a good shooting opportunity. And when Thorpe gets that close, he knows what to do with it now.
55-55. We played just over a minute of the third quarter. Wednesday night, 10:30 from Seattle, the Celtics and Sonics. McHale is flattened by Joe Klein. Goodness.
Joe doesn't do it with finesse.
Sure
he doesn't
doesn't.
watch. Kevin flashes across the pivot, Klein following him,
Wow.
and just gives him a little nudge with that inside hand, but it's enough to send the 6'10" player down.
As the guy weighs 270. Celtics swing it to Bird. Larry finds a path and then finds the teeth, and it's blocked.
Good job.
Johnson picks it back up. DJ squeezes it off. No. Robert the offensive rebound. And a whistle. He stepped out of bounds. He tried to wheel inside. I'm sure that the most surprised person in the building that the shot was blocked was Robert Parrish, and the second most surprised person was Klein. Kings take the lead, 57-55. Bird nearly runs into trouble with Presley. Low to McHale. Good for two.
Good job. Now they're starting to look inside.
Well,
a
they
little
sure
more
are.
consistency. There's no question that Casey had to stress this at halftime. And obviously forcefully. Now if they give DJ a little help on Theus, that'll help the cause as well.
Kevin at the free throw line looking to break the tie, which is 57 apiece right now. 9:55 left third quarter. Kevin misses his third free throw attempt of the night. Oh, it stays at 57 apiece. This is Kenny Smith. Played for Dean Smith at North Carolina. Out top to Presley. And now Theus again. Ainge picks him up on the switch. Thorpe wheeling in on McHale. Kevin got a hand on it. Robert gets the rebound. Ripped away by Presley, but we're going to have a jump off.
A little bit of a quick whistle there. Robert was getting ready to just pivot away with that ball.
Harold Presley, who played at Villanova, from Uncasville, Connecticut, just over the Rhode Island line. Robert controlling the tap easily. They're 3-on-2. In the middle, DJ strong for two. Celtics up by a pair, 59-57. Celtics seem to be paying attention to all the little things here early in the third quarter.
Yeah, a little bit more aggressive defensive play and concentration, and they started off going inside a couple of times on offense.
Thorpe takes it to the hoop. The ball away. He's having an all-star kind of a season, having an all-star kind of a game as well. 59 apiece.
19 points for Thorpe now. He's averaging 22.
Bird goes around Presley. Larry is just shooting lights out in this ball game. 23 points for Bird in the first half. He shot 8 of 11. He's hit his first 2 of the third quarter, so he's 10 of 13 in the game.
Oh, what's his season average now?
It's up at near 56%.
56.
And he takes, you know, some downtowners.
He was 13 for 17 against Philadelphia in that big game.
Rebound by Thorpe. Celtics lead by 2. 8.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Smith back for the Kings. Presley, Smith, and they wheel it around to Reggie Theus. Outside jumper goes. Good ball player, Theus.
They're just picking him up too late.
DJ has it stripped ahead to Theus, and the Kings will go ahead. Okay, he almost blew it. The Kings lead 63-61.
Celtics continue to turn it over.
Bird goes right around Presley, and then with a left hand misses the shot. Klein the rebound. Kings lead by 2. Smith quickly up court. Kisses it off to Presley. Theus has been hot. Rebound Ainge. Now Bird for 3. No. Fakes it. Draws a crowd. Underneath to McHale. Oh, Klein really knocked him down.
I'll tell you what, Kev better have a few words with Mr. Klein.
Yeah.
That's the second time this quarter.
That's, you know, it's one thing about playing rough. That was a dirty play. I'm sorry. No reason for that.
Bird waiting for the pick and roll to develop. Finally gets it in. Yeah, he just
grabbed him and
throws
throws
him
him
to the
down.
ground.
Have another look at it here.
See the timing on this. Bird is waiting for Kevin to clear himself from the defensive pressure. before he lets the pass go to create the play.
They're going to call this a possession foul. McHale thinking he should have a shot, and I think he should too.
He already got a shot. He wants two.
Free throws. They fastball it to Bird. Oh, I don't know how Dennis drilled that one through there. 63 apiece. 7:10 to play here in the third quarter. Flying outside on the miss. Loose ball foul against the Kings. And that was a very obvious one. That one is called against the Celtics. You're kidding me.
Casey has the same reaction, I think.
What a weird call that was. Oh, well.
Actually, it was a non-call. They both were going for the ball. It shouldn't have been called. Usually they'll let that go.
Well, the Kings get 2 out of it, and they take the lead back. 65-63. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to play third quarter. Bird off the pick. 2 more. Larry smoking tonight. Rather warm. 27 points.
Add a little defense to this offensive display, however.
Well, they came out playing some defense early in this quarter. The offensive rebound and basket by LaSalle Thompson. Thompson is a rebounder, I'll tell you that much. 67-65. Bird through the lane for 2.
Wow.
Spectacular shot by Bird. Larry is on fire. 29 points. Watch this hoop by Larry Bird. The Sacramento Kings have called timeout. And we're tied at 67. The free throw line. Larry right now has 29 points. And by our unofficial statistics, has missed only 4 shots in the game.
Celts have to add a little defense, however, to this offensive explosion. All they're doing is matching baskets, and in this arena, away from home, it probably isn't going to work.
Another rebound for Bird. The Celtics are having a bad free throw shooting night. They're only 7 of 13. DJ finds Robert Parrish low. He should be able to go on LaSalle Thompson all night long. Takes him inside for 2. And the Celtics lead 69-67, just under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter in Sacramento. Smith and now Theus for the Kings. Terry Tyler has checked into the game for the first time tonight, former Detroit Piston. A couple of years ago against the Celtics in the playoffs, had a few games where he was on fire. That's a 3. No. Rebound. Kept in play by Tyler. Nice play. Kept it to Smith, and now Theus. Tyler on the other end gets the reward. Terry Tyler ties the game at 69. Well, he deserved the basket. He did all the hard work to keep the ball in play.
Yeah, Sacramento got lucky. A bad shot by Smith, rebounded back to them. Tyler, I'll tell you, he's a scoring machine, too. He doesn't have that kind of variety to his offense. That 16, 17-foot jumper is about it, but he can also do damage on that offensive board. But he needs your attention. He's tough.
DJ's basket giving the Celtics a 2-point lead. Theus now trying to get around Thompson. They kick it off inside. Klein. Tell you what, Coos, Klein looks like an all-pro.
Say it. That's 12 points, and the last 3 outside shots, he's looked like he's been doing that all his life, like that's his shot. Nice soft touch.
3 for Larry Bird, his second 3-point hoop of the game, 20th of the season. He's over 30 points now in the ball game.
Not to be outdone. Mr. Bird putting on a little show of his own. He loves this kind of an atmosphere. Crowd.
Larry has 32 points, and he cannot catch up with that pass from Dennis Johnson. 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. The Celtics lead by 3. Mike McGee is in replacing Reggie Theus for the Kings. So they've got McGee, Theus at the guards, Thompson, Klein, and Tyler up front. Celtics have made no third quarter substitution. Now the switch, and Dennis Johnson's on Klein, and he misses the jump shot. And Larry has another rebound. He's in double figures in rebounds as well tonight. DJ, Ainge baseline, that's his shot.
Good faking by DJ to take the defense away from Ainge.
Celtics now up by 5. 76-71, 3:45 to go, third quarter. Mark Akers getting set to come in for the Celtics. Thompson, Al McGee. Picked up by McHale on the switch. That means Thompson's against the smaller man Johnson. Smith gets it into LaSalle Thompson, and he does not hit. Dennis gets the rebound, loose ball foul. Going to be called on the Sacramento Kings, and they are over the limit here in the third quarter. The Celtics have committed just one third quarter foul. McHale comes out, and Akers goes in for the Celtics.
And the Kings on the start replaces Joe Klein.
And Klein goes out for the Kings. There he is.
Klein's done really everything that's been
Better
asked
believe
of
it.
him, given his talent level. You know, he doesn't have the finesse, the speed, or the quickness that a lot of his contemporaries have. He makes up for it with a lot of hard work and obviously a soft touch from outside.
And on a funny shot, a funny looking shot. Jawan Oldham comes into the game for the Kings. His first appearance of the night. He replaces Thompson. One more free throw for Dennis Johnson. DJ averaging at 15 points a ball game.
Oldham, who came over from New York after spending some time in Chicago, been out with a foot injury, just getting back into action.
He's a shot blocker, that guy. And the Kings want a timeout. So the Celtics have suddenly opened up a 7-point lead here in this third quarter. 3:27 left in the third. It's the Celts 78 and Sacramento 71. At 7:30 on WLVI TV. Celtics are up by 7 right now. Smith getting it to Tyler. Now Kenny Smith again. Downtowner, no. Rebound. Dennis Johnson worked for that one. Celtics break 3-on-3. DJ to Mark Akers. Bird feels hot. He gets it instead to DJ. Little trouble there. Ainge for 3. No. Bad shot. Way off the target. Up court it comes to Smith. 2-on-2. Rebound Parrish. Outlet Ainge. DJ. Celtics pushing the ball up court. Ainge from the corner. Rebound Otis Thorpe. Celtics have had a couple of chances right here to pull this thing back into a double-figure lead. Ended up taking downtown shots in both occasions.
Oh,
Thorpe walked with it.
Wow, Hugh Hollins finally catches it.
Finally.
11,000 people caught it before the officials that time.
Celtics are shooting 8 of 12 here in this quarter. Bird has missed only 4 shots tonight. Larry has 32 points to go with 9 rebounds. Larry winds up again. Well, he missed one. Thorpe the rebound. Celtics still lead it by 7. Neither team has been able to throw the ball in the ocean in the last minute.
Yeah, Sacramento has cooled down offensively, and some of the aggressiveness is out of their nice play.
Oldham turns it into a nice play himself.
Stayed with it. Good job by Oldham, who was not really known as a shooter. As you were saying earlier, his forte is shot blocking.
Down to 1:48 to play, third quarter. Celtics lead by 5, 78-73. Bird finds Parrish low. Robert got Oldham to go for the fake, and Robert flipped a little left-handed hook over him. Thank you very much.
If they just established themselves inside for about 5 minutes, they'd blow this thing away, it'd be all over, and they could have a lot of fun if they...
Maybe you and I could play?
Yeah, well, whatever's fair. Things aren't that desperate yet, but... if we want to clear the house...
Yeah, we want to get out of this building in a hurry.
Exactly.
Seasteen comes in replacing Dennis Johnson.
Yeah, DJ, I'll tell you, has been busting his tail because he had Theus for most of the third quarter. And Theus went out, and McGee came in, who's not known to be gun shy either. So
McGee to inbounds to Smith. Down to 1:22 to go, third quarter. Celtics lead it by 7. Theus now is Ainge's responsibility. Danny played on him tough. Theus got the shot away. Little offensive rebounding surge by the Kings. Otis Thorpe will go to the line. He was fouled by Mark Akers. The third personal on Mark. Look at it again.
take a look. Akers has got to get in there a little quicker on that backboard to give Parrish some help. just trailing the play a bit.
2 free throws for Otis Thorpe. It is 80-74. Darren Day will be coming in for the Celtics momentarily. 1 more free throw for Thorpe. And the Kings are within 5. They led at the half by 2. The Celtics led at the first quarter stop by 6. It's been a pretty good ball game compared to last night. This is a Rembrandt game for 3. Got it. Tell you what, Danny sticks in those threes at some very opportune moments. Celtics now lead by 8 again.
Danny is persistent. Thank God he can shoot.
Yeah. Well, the early running jokes of this road trip is that Kevin McHale's luggage was lost, and now he's got one outfit to wear, and we're all telling him he's going to have his own bus. Thorpe baseline. Thorpe is lighting it up as well. He's got himself 25 points in the ball game. Celtics lead by 6, down to 29 seconds to play in the third quarter. Bird cruising through. Oh, no. Didn't go for him. Good hustle by Ainge. Kicks it back to Bird for 3.
Nice
Again
job by Danny.
Bird goes for it. They're going to get a loose ball. Bird crashed into Theus. Larry called for the loose ball foul. And Theus really hit the deck hard. There's Ainge going for the loose ball. Now, watch this. Wham. Ooh, wee. Theus really got stretched out on that one. Now, with 16 seconds left in the third quarter, the Celtics are over the limit. And the Kings will be at the foul line. 83-77 is the score. The Celtics in this quarter have scored 32 points in their highest scoring quarter of the ball game. Now Theus will go to the line to shoot a couple. Reggie still not feeling in the pink of things right now.
Kind of gets your attention, let me tell you. Get the wind knocked out of you that way.
He'll be shooting 2. For the final 16 seconds of the quarter, the Kings have Oldham and Thorpe in there, and again a 3-guard offense along with the 2 big men. They've got Theus, Smith, and McGee.
Well, that's what got them started in the second quarter. It picked up the defensive intensity, and it triggered a commensurate offensive explosion. So obviously Les, talked about the speed and quickness thing this year. He's been trying to add to it in terms of his drafting. His big men don't really have that kind of mobility. So he's choosing to do it with smaller people.
2 shots for Reggie Theus. Darren Day is in for the Celtics, replacing Akers, so it's Ainge, Seestein, Parrish, Bird, and Day. Both of them go for Theus. 16 seconds to play third quarter. Celtics should play it down to the final shot. There's your score, 4-point Boston lead. Day down to 7. Down to 5. Bird has it. Wheels, scoops. Oh, mercy.
Boy.
What a beauty.
Boy. He's putting on a show.
Larry Bird, and he got fouled, and the basket counts with 1 second left. Watch this.
There he is, being surrounded by white shirts. Just a little dipsy-do underneath. You can't go over the top or fall back or left or right. You go underneath. Bird's going to find a way.
Perfectly constructed basketball player in terms of playing the game. That one hit the scoreboard. We've come to the end of 3 quarters, and the Celtics with a strong third lead it by 7 here in Sacramento, 86-79. It's time for the Miller Lite Channel 56 fourth quarter shootout. Tonight's entry from Lee Harvin, who lives in Dorchester, Mass. Lee's counting on Larry Bird to score first in the fourth quarter. If correct, Lee will win a color TV and a Celtics jacket. If wrong, we'll send along a Celtics jacket just for entering and having the name drawn. Now, all right, for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter, we've got Seestein and Johnson at the guards, McHale at center, Bird and Day at the forwards. Kings counter with McGee, Theus, Klein, Thorpe, and Presley. Bird's numbers: 35 points, 9 rebounds in the ball game. Thorpe on the jumper. Bird his 10th rebound of the night. Larry's having one of Larry's type of games.
Yeah, other than Larry putting on a show in the third quarter, what the Celtics were able to do, they weren't able to shut down the two leading scorers, Thorpe and Theus, but they were able to shut the other guys down. So unless they get some considerable help from their friends in this quarter, Celtics should be in fairly good shape.
McHale low, now Seasteen. Good swing of the ball. DJ is left open. Misses the shot. Klein another rebound. Klein has been all universe in this one for the Kings. He played very well. Theus, now Otis Thorpe. Klein, 20-footer. Please.
I'll tell you, he's made a believer out of me.
He's unconscious.
Doubled his season's average now with 14.
Cuts the Celtics lead to 5 points, 86-81. With 11 minutes to go, we got an offensive foul on Kevin McHale. So the Celtics have made a couple of trips down the floor, played a minute of the fourth quarter, and have yet to score. Now, you don't want to let the crowd into the ball game here in Sacramento, because they can be devastating with the noise that they make.
They're looking for the Day-Thorpe matchup.
Day is fighting him tooth and nail for position.
Yeah, Celtics are in fifth, which means front the inside people and pressure the ball.
McGee, double clutch jumper. McHale the rebound.
Celtics starting to control their defensive board with much more consistency here in this half.
Seasteen, as the Celtics get their floor squared away. Bird got Presley on him. He's torched him for 35 tonight. Larry looking for some room, and we're going to get a whistle and foul, I believe, on Theus, yes, for tripping up Bird. Larry was trying to come along on a backside pick, and Thorpe had tripped him up. That is the second team foul on the Kings here in the fourth quarter. Celtics have none. DJ and McHale.
Keep your eye on McHale and Klein. That's getting a little physical.
Sorry, Lee Harvin of Dorchester. Not Larry Bird, but Kevin McHale scoring. We're going to send along a Celtics jacket for entering our Channel 56 Miller Lite fourth quarter shootout. Celtics lead by 7, 88-81. Thorpe doubled up, foul on Darren Day. First team foul on the Celtics in the fourth quarter, possession foul. Each team allowed 4 in a quarter before the other team starts to shoot free throws at every foul.
Day was fronting effectively. That's what the Celtics wanted, as we told you on that matchup. And then he got a lot of help from his friends quickly. He picked up the foul, but they were able to take it out of Thorpe's hands.
Diaz trying to post up. Jerry Seasteen does, but not effectively. Loose ball to the deck. Seasteen goes for it. We'll have a jump ball. Bird was down there as well. And the man on the bottom of the pile for the Sacramento Kings is Mike McGee.
I don't know why they're ending up with Seasteen on Theus all the time.
Bird, I think, got kicked in the face. Now Bird is saying he should be the one in there jumping. Good try, Larry.
You're not going to put anything over on Earl Storm, I'll tell you. He's been around a little too long.
And we're going to get a re-jump. Seasteen says to himself, first jump I've won in my life, and they're going to make me do it again.
Jerry jumped in and McGee kicked him off balance. See that? Pretty cute. Jerry's been around a little bit, too. There's the high lob.
Oh, Thorpe was fouled hard that time by Darren Day. And Day gives Storm some business. He's going to go out. Technical on Darren Day.
Not what you want to do here at this point.
He's telling Day to get out of the way. I tell you, Darren.
Stupid play.
Yep, not a smart play at all. He started jawing off the Earl Strom, and you just don't do that. Earl is in total control of the ball game when he officiates.
I thought he was going to throw him out.
I did too.
Because he bumped him a bit. Mr. Dantley took a night off, didn't he, recently for bumping an official?
Yep. Now we've got Otis Thorpe here to shoot two. Oh, it is a 88-81 game. Remains 88-81. The Kings have been awful at the foul line.
They're a good foul shooting team, too, shooting about 76%.
They're 7 of 14. So they're only at 50% for this game. Oh, it's a 6-point game with 9.5 minutes to play. Now, you were talking about that McHale-Klein matchup. They have been staging some wars down there, and Klein has knocked them down a couple of times hard. Darren Day sticks in an 18-foot jumper. Celtics now lead by 8 points. Celtics applying good defensive pressure here in this fourth quarter.
That's what's made the difference here in the second half.
Yeah, I think they started it in the third as well. I got to agree with you.
Still looking for Thorpe inside. Day continues to front.
McGee, that should be a charge. McGee just careened into people. Going to go against Day.
Yeah. When they front inside, they pressure the ball. That's what you see DJ doing. McGee just runs Day down. I don't blame down for
that one, I think, should have gone the other way.
contesting that one. Bill Russell.
One more free throw for Mike McGee.
Russ is under fire, as you may have heard here, a little early in his rejuvenated coaching career.
I could say 25 games.
I'll tell you, that's the problem with being a legend. People expect you to perform miracles overnight.
DJ, nice drive. He just took control of that one. I think he made up his mind at about midcourt he was going to take it all the way. 92-84 Celtics, 8:45 to go. Theus now playing the point guard role with Kenny Smith on the bench and McGee in there. Theus swings it to McGee, goes behind the three-point line. Rebound, Bird can't handle it, went right through his hands. McGee again, no. Fighting for the rebound, Otis Thorpe.
Good job. Boy, am I impressed with that young man. He really has become a player. I thought he was a little tentative and passive last time we saw him, but boy, all that has changed.
It goes low to McHale, who's double. DJ, they're going to play a little inside out now. Kevin trying to wheel on that double team. Dennis Johnson is given the open jumper, so he sticks it in. Now, Otis played only 1 year of high school basketball down in Florida before getting a scholarship to Providence College, and I knew that young man had his best years ahead of him. Sure. Presley. I think Harold scored tonight in this game. From the floor, he hasn't.
Trouble with being a three-point shooter.
That's that. No, 24-second clock.
Good job. Trouble with being a three-point shooter like Mike McGee is you feel when you get in there, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your specialty. We saw him force a couple of three-pointers a moment ago, which ended up hurting Sacramento.
All right, there's a 20-second timeout. You're watching the Boston Celtics on Channel 56.
Now Red Auerbach on the fast break.
First, you start from the outside. Make your move to the inside. Keep your head up. Look for your options. And take it the length of the floor for an easy two. Then, you finish it off.
Well, here's the situation, boys and girls. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the ball game. 94-86, the Celtics are leading. NFL final. Good grief. 49ers beat the LA Rams 48-0.
It's as final as you care to make it, I guess, in football especially.
I guess the Rams didn't get their running game going, eh? Day, Seestein, Johnson, Parrish, and McHale on the floor right now as Bird is taking a rest. Celtics lead it by 8 points. Are looking for their first double-figure lead since early in the third quarter. Seestein gets it to DJ, who posts up Mike McGee. Nice job by Dennis. Celtics lead by 10. DJ's continuing to have an excellent season.
I'll tell you, he's doing it the hard way. He's really working it.
I think that was an alley-oop pass.
Way in. He's taking it to the basket much more frequently early in the season here than he normally does.
McHale ahead of Klein. Going to get a blocking foul on Joe Klein.
Yes, and McHale also gives one back.
Good.
He took a couple from Klein.
I think he should.
Down saying, you've got to be kidding. You called them on me when I knocked him down.
I don't blame Kevin for giving him a little bit of business. Kevin will shoot two. Into the ball game there, you see for the Sacramento Kings, Kenny Smith. McHale will shoot two with 7:12 to go in the game. Kevin has missed 3 foul shots tonight. He's now 3 out of 6 at the foul line. Celtics lead by 11. By 12. This is their biggest lead of the game. a 12-point lead. They had an 11-point lead midway through the third quarter. That dissipated, went into a 2-point deficit at the half, and the Celtics took control in the third quarter and now have built the lead up to 12 with 7 minutes to play. 98-86. Go ahead, Cruz.
Comes at a good time against a team with only the two real hot-shot shooters.
Nice play by Presley.
I would think would have trouble coming back.
DJ, another rebound. DJ's done just an excellent job in this game. He's really played a strong game.
They can continue to focus their defensive pressure against Thorpe and Theus.
McHale turns Klein around a couple of ways, and Kevin drills it in for a 14-point Celtics lead. That is 15 points in the game now for Kevin McHale.
Starting to take control. It's amazing what a little aggressive defense and rebounding will do for you.
Thorpe with McHale on him gets it to Theus, but he was too far under the hoop. Went around the other side. Parrish sweeps away the rebound.
Good job by Robert on the help there on Theus.
Celtics lead it by 14 points. McHale again low. 2 more. Kevin's eating him for lunch. He's eating his lunch, his Twinkies, drinking his milk. 6:07 to go in the ball game. The Celtics are pulling away. It is Boston 102, Sacramento 86. Now there's your score by quarters. That all built up to an 86-79 lead after 3 for the Celtics. But right now, in the midst of a 16-7 surge, they're on an 8-0 run. Celtics are shooting 88% here in the fourth quarter, and they lead the game by 16 points. That is the miss by Thompson. The follow goes through for Presley.
That's his first hoop of the game. And as we said earlier, Presley's a fine defensive player. Probably better suited to the guard position because that small forward just has to give you more offensive output.
Day. To the hoop, no block.
Nice defensive play by Presley.
Whoa. Thundering dunk. And the Celtics want a timeout as the Kings quickly come back off the timeout for a couple of hoops. 5:24 to go in the game, and the lead is down to 12. 102-90 Celtics. Otis kind of slams it through with some authority here. Celtics have the starters out there. Johnson, Ainge, Parrish, Bird, and McHale. The lead is 12 for the Celtics with 5:15 to play. Bird has 35 points in the game right now. Being guarded by Theus. Larry goes over him. No. Rebound Theus. Kings in the midst of making their run to get back into it. Reggie coast to coast and dealing off to Presley.
Good job. Good job by Theus staying under control, taking DJ to the basket and still finishing the play to Presley in his left lane.
So after the Celtics went on an 8-0 run to build the lead to 16, the Kings have come back on a 6-0 run to cut it back to 10.
Obviously,
Boston ball.
The fat lady hasn't sung yet. The Celtics hopefully will maintain their second half output for another 5 minutes.
Going to be Celtics ball again as the ball was slapped out by the Kings. Bird will put it in play, and
Shot clock will be reset to 24. Celtics ball.
what are we having here now? Earl Strom says set it at 9 seconds. Okay, we're setting the shot clock at 9 seconds, and the Celtics will put it in play on the side. No, they won't. They'll put it in play on the baseline. Okay, just a little confusion. DJ. Celtics lead by 10. DJ to the basket, very strong, does not get it, but he was fouled, and Dennis will be at the line to shoot 2. And he bumps his chin on Otis Thorpe's shoulder.
DJ takes it in about as powerfully as any guard in the league. 6'5", strong upper body. When he makes up his mind, he's going to take it in, and he can either create the opening or find it effectively. Despite his size, you know, he's quick enough to get it in there, and he generally is going to pick up contact along the way.
I think Dennis is deceptively stronger than he looks.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, that shoulders kind of slope on him, so it doesn't give him a sculptured look, but boy, he is a strong, strong guy.
And having that kind of determination to, get it to your goal helps.
That two free throws there by DJ breaks a 6-0 run. Theus takes matters into his own hands.
Good job. Theus has really played well tonight.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I always thought he was a little while and under control.
Well, that was at Chicago.
That's not what I've seen here.
No, not this team.
He's really turned into a good shooting guard.
Bird, little up fake on Presley. Now goes back to Danny Ainge, loses control, and he was fouled, and that puts the Kings over the limit with 4 minutes to go in the game, so Danny will be at the line for a couple.
Yeah.
Watch it again.
McGee goes for the steal. That gets him out of position defensively. He just swipes as Danny as he goes by.
His upper thigh pads that he's wearing, it's not underwear that's hanging too long. No. He gets the first one. Danny shooting them at 82% on the season. Looks like he's got Bermuda shorts on underneath it, doesn't it? He's very dashing these days. A new green, Celtic green pork pie cap that he's wearing. Theus kicking it off to LaSalle Thompson. And never did quite get the thing under control, did he, folks? 12-point Celtic lead with 3:50 to go. Celtics were shot into this lead by Larry Bird's explosive third quarter. McHale has been exploding in the fourth quarter, and he continues to.
Well, they've not only gone inside here in the second half, but as we said, they picked up their defensive output, and that's all they have to do on this entire trip, as we said on top in Los Angeles last night. They're all teams they can beat, but they're not going to beat themselves. The Celtics are going to have to come in and work at it. Last night they worked at it for a quarter. Tonight they worked at it for 2 quarters. So hopefully that'll.
Was that beautiful?
Nice
Bird with an incredible pass to McHale for 2 more. Back up to a 14-point lead. McHale now with 21 points, 14 of them here in the fourth quarter. Bird had 16 in the third quarter. That pass was just a thing of beauty. Thorpe goes up top, misses the shot. Rebound Ainge sneaking through.
This is when the weaker teams start to break down. They get a little over-anxious in terms of trying to make up a deficit, and it just increases their margin of error.
Celtics by 14. Missed shot by Ainge. But with that 14-point lead, some of the folks start to head for the exits here at Sacramento. They've had nothing but sellouts around here, right to the hands of Bird. To DJ. It is 3-on-2. The Kings have given up on defense. They're not even getting back. Parrish missed the bunny, gets his own rebound and brings it back outside. Now, that's a team player right there. Great example of team play. Missed an easy shot instead of sulking about it, worked for the rebound and then got it back out to kill some more time. McHale has been smoking. He continues to. Wow, Kevin has 23 points in the ball game now.
About 14 in the last quarter.
14 in this last quarter. 112-96. Celtics by 16, under 2 minutes to play. 1:50 to go.
Nice second half of basketball.
Boy, wasn't it?
For the Celtics.
Count the basket for LaSalle Thompson. He was fouled by Robert Parrish. Watch this pass from Bird to McHale. This is a beauty.
Turns his back to the basket, knowing where he wants to go, and knowing that it'll divert the attention of the defensive man on McHale. You know,
perfect. He turned his back. He turned his head away, and
we've said it so often. Bird simply doesn't have any wasted motion at all. I mean, everything he does with his body, with the ball, there's a reason for it.
Foul and DJ reaching in. That puts the Celtics over the limit and puts the Kings at the line. Foul on Dennis Johnson was his 4th personal foul of the game. And LaSalle Thompson will shoot a couple of free throws. Well, Bird shooting in the third quarter brought the Celtics into a lead of 7 points after 3. Larry scored 16 points in the third quarter. And then McHale in the fourth has scored 14 points. Larry still sitting at 35.
Nice to have that kind of offensive flexibility where You can spread it around, makes it so much tougher for the defense to focus on any one man.
Bird does not get the good bounce. McHale does. Kevin can do no wrong in the fourth quarter. 16 points in the quarter for Kevin McHale. Celtics lead at 114-100 with 1:23 to play. Special edition of the News at 10 coming up right after this basketball game here on Channel 56. 3-point miss by Theus. Kenny Smith, the North Carolina rookie, goaltending. Count the hoop. Robert Parrish got his hand on it on its downward path. Lead back down to 12 with 1:08 to play. Here's the goaltending.
Smith has had a quiet offensive night, averaging 15 for the season. That was only his 10th point, although he looks like he's going to become the point guard of the future for this team.
Yeah, I like the way he plays. He seems to be under control. Bird takes it through behind the back to DJ. No. Parrish keeps it alive, but it goes to Harold Presley. 45 seconds left. Ainge knocks it out of bounds. 42 seconds left. So the Celtics will be off for a few days now. We're going to go up to Seattle tomorrow and relax around up there. Play again on Wednesday night, 10:30 on the Celtics television network. Celtics and Sonics. Ainge with a steal. Bounce back into the hands of Kenny Smith. Presley for 3. Rebound Theus. Reggie has 29 points in the ballgame. He's played a good game. Nice play by McHale to knock it out of bounds off LaSalle Thompson. 26 seconds left. And the Celtics will inbounds. And their 6th win in a row. McHale in this quarter, by the way, has hit all of his shots. He's taken 7. He has hit 7.
Team is working at it, Sacramento. They're going to have trouble winning 50, 45, whatever number of games they've set as a goal. They've won 29 last year. Felt they could improve significantly, but
McHale.
I'll tell you, they've won 7 out of the first 25, and most of those have been at home. They've only had 1 road victory. They haven't been on a long road trip yet. Good win for the Celtics.
Yes, indeed.
Fine second half of basketball. They're going to need it to take it up to Seattle. They're going to need the better part of 4 quarters of good, solid play in Seattle.
Well, at halftime, the Celtics were down by 2, but they stormed the Bastille in the second half and run out of here with a 12-point win. The final score, the Celtics 114, the Kings 102, 6 in a row for the Green. We'll be back to Sacramento to wrap it up right now. Let's go to Joe Shortsleeve and Odetta Rogers to find out what you'll be seeing on tonight's news.